What's up, everybody? John here with another video for those of you that are interested in getting a job on board a cruise ship. This video's topic is going to be all about your very first day on board for your very first contract. Not to be confused with your very first day on board for your second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever contract. This is your first day, your actual true blue first day as a crew member on board a cruise ship. Now, I'm going to try to think back to my very first day and kind of go over the timeline of events. Now, it's going to be different than what other people do because every department kind of has their own way of sending their team members to get to the ship from their country of origin. So I'm going to go through mine, and some of it will be similar to what you may experience. Other things might be completely different, but again, it's kind of the same thing. So for me, when I got hired, I got sent down to Miami the day before I was joining the ship. I had a pretty early flight, so I got down there at a decent time. Future times of going down, I would get in pretty late because flights into Miami always get delayed. So I would always get there at night, get to the hotel, check in, and then maybe be able to grab some dinner, go to bed, wake up, and then blah, blah, blah. So my first day, I got to the hotel probably about like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in Miami. Checked into the hotel. You have to sign a little book that says that you're here for the cruise line, what your department is, and kind of that. Then they give you vouchers for your meal. So I had vouchers for dinner and I had vouchers for breakfast the next morning. In the hotels that I've ever stayed in for all of my contracts, there was never one that had complimentary breakfast. They've all had a restaurant on site, which is nice because you get decent food then. So I got my vouchers, had some dinner, just kind of hung out in my room, walked around the area. Not much going on in the area I stayed in the first time. I stayed in Coral Gables, so where the hotel was, there was a lot of highways around me. Not really much, and I think it was a Sunday too, so there wasn't much open as well. Yep. Had my dinner, and then I went to sleep, woke up the next morning. Now, the next morning, there's a shuttle that travels around to all the different hotels in the area that have crew members, and we'll pick them up. Now, the shuttle was pretty early in the morning, so I got up, waited for the shuttle, it picked me up, took me to the cruise terminal. So you'd line up outside of the cruise ship, in this kind of all the sign-on crew would be there, and then you'd wait there for a while. It just kind of happened every time. You would just wait outside of the ship for, I don't even remember how long it took. I just remember it feeling like it was forever. And you're just kind of sitting there in anticipation like, oh my God. And you see the crew members that get off to enjoy their day and then come back and you're like, is that somebody that I'm going to work with? Is that somebody that's going to be my friend? Oh my God, what's going on? La 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 la. And then even the people that you're on the shuttle with to go to the ship may be somebody that's working on the cruise ship that you're going to sign on to. Maybe there's somebody that is going to be working in your department. So maybe you start a friendship already. Just waiting on the bus and waiting to get on board. That's happened to me a couple contracts where I've met somebody and we've kind of already hit it off before we even signed on, and then it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna work together. So it's always cool. It's always fun. So yeah, you get on board then and you line up outside of the staff admin office, the MSA, and they pretty much hand you a contract, something that you've already seen, and at least in some sort of information packet that you've gotten. And you just fill it out, and then there's kind of like another form that you fill out all your personal information. You hand it in, and then they pretty much tell you you're all good to go. They'll call somebody from your department that's going to come down and pick you up from the office. They don't just let you go because you'll get lost. And then they tell you that you have to attend a training, vessel familiarization training, at a certain time before the safety briefing. So you get picked up from somebody from your department. In my case, it was one of the other hosts that I was going to work with, and they gave me a tour. So I got to walk around the ship. They showed me where everything was. We even went around to a bunch of the cabins in the entertainment corridor, knocked on the door, and was like, "Hey, everybody, this is John. He's our new host." And everybody's like, "Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Carnival Destiny." That was my first ship. So you just kind of walk around, and you're just like, get ready for that first. Oh boy, that first week, that first 2-3 weeks is just going to be information overload. You are going to get people that you're going to meet, names, you're going to get areas around the ship, you're going to get training up the wazoo. Because it's crazy, but it's good, but just be prepared. So you go around, you meet everybody, you get a tour of the ship and everything like that, and then you get told that you need to head to your vessel familiarization training, which for me, I think it was like 2 o'clock. So you go up to, they usually had it in the crew bar during the day, and they show you a video, and then they go over, one of the safety officers will go over all the stuff that you're expected to do during a safety briefing or an emergency. So you kind of get an idea, and then you learn that at the end of that cruise, you come back to take your test. And it's like a 10-question test, and if you pass it, you are certified and you are able to assist and guide guests in the event of an emergency, and then you also get your duty during the actual safety briefing. So I went to the training, and I learned all about it, and then it gets time to be ready for the safety briefing. So I had to go out, and my job for my first contract for the safety briefing was pretty much to stand out in the area where the lifeboats were. So when the guests have to come to their muster station, you just check their little cards, and you see, oh, you guys are in A, you're going to head down that way. Or, oh, you're right here, please line up. And they had to have the guests kind of line up shoulder to shoulder so there's enough room for everybody. So there's a lot of kind of corralling. So I had to do a safety briefing. Then after the safety briefing is over, it was ready for the sail away party. So for us as hosts, we had to go up and kind of do our sail away party. And I still don't have a uniform, so I'm in my regular clothes, just kind of watching, which is the way I spent the entire first cruise, just watching and taking everything in. So you kind of get ready after that safety briefing. You may have time to go right to dinner, or you have time to go to your cabin and maybe take a nap, because that day of travel is going to be a very long day, and the day before as well, depending on where in the world you're coming from. And then once that safety briefing is over, you're pretty much in shadow mode, where you're going to be watching everything that you're going to be doing with a fellow team member, a manager, a supervisor, and you just go, 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 go. Some people, it's funny, when we have new team members come on board, and I would go and get them and then give them the tour and be the one that's introducing them to everybody. They'd be like, oh, so when do I get a day off? And it's like, do you know what day you sign off the ship at the end of your contract? That's your day off. So, you know, that's kind of that initial jarring. Some people would word it a little bit, you know, more, oh, you're gonna be working for 6 months. Other people, they drop it on them a little bit easier. So that's pretty much it. You got a whole bunch of traveling, a whole lot of waiting, signing, and then as soon as you get on board, it's like go, go, go right away. And it's not just go, 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 like this is everything that you need to do. It's also lots of information. So your first day, I would definitely recommend for your first contract to bring a little notepad, or bring, I had my iPad, my little iPod Touch that I can do voice recordings, and I would just take notes. You want to take so many notes. You want to leave yourself some messages, whatever you need to do, and it's okay. Everybody understands that the first cruise, the first couple of days is going to be very overwhelming for you, so they're not expecting you to be able to master your skills right away. They have all been there before, so don't worry. After 3 months, if you're still like, oh, I don't know what to do, then we have a problem. But that first week, that first 2 cruises, especially if you're on a ship that has a different itinerary every cruise, it's going to take a little while getting used to, and it is okay. You have enough time to get it, to master it. Nobody needs to be perfect for the first cruise. Nobody needs to be perfect right away on their first contract. It is okay. Take it one day at a time, baby steps, and ask any questions that you have. That is the most important thing. Do not be afraid to ask questions, because you might not get a chance to ask them again because of how fast everything goes. It's like jumping in. It's like jumping into the deep end. Like if you have to learn to sink or swim, that's pretty much the best way to do it. Because for a while you're going to be keeping your head above that water. You're going to be like, oh my God, I got all this stuff I need to do, all the safety stuff, all these job-related duties. What do I do? What did I get myself into? And you're going to feel that way. You're going to feel that way for a little while, and that is completely normal. Completely normal. Then you'll get into a routine, then you'll get it, and then it's going to be easy peasy for you. So that when you sign on for your next contract, it's going to seem like a piece of cake. And that's a whole other idea, because there's some things that don't even, like you can, if you especially, yeah, don't even worry about it. So that's kind of like that's kind of an overview of what happens on your first day on board. So you fly down, you get to your hotel if you're spending the night. If not, then you fly down and you get on the ship the same day. Hopefully you will get to stay the night before, or else you're going to have a long day. You get taken to the ship, you wait outside for a while, you get on board, you sign some papers, somebody from your department comes and picks you up, takes you on a tour, has you meet everybody, shows you everything around the ship. Then you go to your vessel familiarization training, you learn a bunch of safety stuff, you do the safety briefing, and then you start learning all about your job. So I hope that kind of opened your eyes a little bit. I hope that kind of gave you a little bit of insight of what to expect on that first day. Everybody's different. Every department has a different way of doing things, so I'm sorry if my experience might not be the same that you're going to experience, but I hope that at least they kind of run in a different, kind of run similar to what I've experienced. So again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for any other videos, please be sure to leave them in the comments below. Head on over to my Facebook page. Make sure to give that a like. It's facebook.com/John Gleason Comedy. Also, feel free to send me a message on that, as I will get it instantly. Give me a few minutes to respond because sometimes I don't get the notification right away, but that's the best way to directly connect with me. Or, again, comments, Facebook, like that page, and I'll have some updates on there as well. Thanks again for watching. I'm John, and I'll see you guys later.